Let's go to Kamran Bokhari. He's the Director of Strategy and Programs at the Center for Global Policy. And Kamran, this seems like a very, very strong reaction from the Saudis. Is Saudi Arabia really that worried about Canada interfering in its internal affairs with a few tweets? What is Riyadh really up to? Is it trying to send some kind of message?
Exactly. So this is not about Canada. This is about Saudi Arabia's threat and opportunity. The threat is that if the Saudis, from their point of view, do not nip this in the bud, and this kind of talk gains traction at a time when the Saudis are engaged in some unprecedented changes in the way their society functions, their economy functions, then that could be really detrimental. Keep in mind, Prince Mohammed bin Salman is not pushing these reforms for the sake of them. He is doing so to maintain power, consolidate his position. Now, if they end up emboldening people to ask for political reform, then that's not in the Saudi interest. So there is a threat. And then, of course, Canada is a low-cost way of sending a message to the wider world.
What do you mean by low cost in terms of the financial relations between the two aren't so strong or large, or because don't expect Canada to push back too hard?
It's a bit of everything. But largely because Canada, while it's a G7 country, it still has very little geopolitical weight, especially in the Middle East. It's nothing compared to the United States and the European powers. So if you snap back hard on on Canada, then the likelihood of this backfiring and metamorphing into something much bigger is very low. It comes at a time when Washington-Ottawa relations are not good, so the United States is not going to get involved, and we saw that. And of course, there's the broader disconnect in the Western world. So from the Saudi point of view, this was perfect opportunity to come out and hit back very hard.
To what degree do you see this escalating?
I don't think it will escalate. I think what we're seeing right now is the Saudis piling on as much pressure as they can, because they know that, or at least they're calculating and betting that the Canadians at some point will throw in the towel. I mean, they have the precedent of what their allies in the United Arab Emirates did some years back with Canada over landing rights for Emirates Airlines when the UAE imposed visa restrictions on Canadian citizens and refused access to military bases. And we saw the Harper government at the time essentially fold. And so the Saudis are looking at that and saying, if they did that back then certainly we can hope to achieve a similar outcome.
All right. Appreciate your analysis, Kamran Bokhari. Thank you so much.